Morning students, today we will discuss about quadratic inequality. In the previous video, I discussed about linear inequality, but in this video, I am going to discuss about quadratic inequalities. So what are quadratic inequalities? An equality of the type ax square plus bx plus c less than 0, ax square plus bx plus c greater than 0, ax square plus bx plus c greater or equal to 0, less or equal to 0. So these are called quadratic inequality, where a, b, c are real numbers and x is variable. Ax square plus bx plus c less than 0, ax square plus bx plus c greater than 0, ax square plus bx plus c greater or equal to 0, or ax square plus bx plus c less or equal to 0. These type of inequations are called quadratic inequalities, where a, b, c are real constant real numbers and x is the variable. Here power of x, power of variable is 2, that's why it is called quadratic inequality. In the linear inequation, power of the variable x was 1, but here power of x is 2, so it is called quadratic inequality. Now we will see how we can solve a quadratic inequality. How to solve a quadratic inequation. How to solve a quadratic inequation by method of intervals. By method of intervals. So what is method of intervals? I have told you already about it. Method of intervals. See once again. If a function fx is equal to x minus a1 into x minus a2, x minus a3, x minus an minus 1 and x minus an. There are n linear factors. Product of these factors is equal to fx. What is a1, a2, a3? a1, a2 up to an, they are real numbers, and a1 less than a2, less than a3, less than an minus 1, less than an. Means a1 is the smallest, an is the largest. So a1 less than a2, a2 less than a3, and so on, less than an minus 1, less than an is the largest one. So what will be the sign of fx? What will be the sign of this product? How we can know? By the method of intervals. So firstly check, if we put x is equal to a1 here, a1 minus a1, it will be 0, so value of fx will be 0. X is equal to a2, then a2 minus a2, 0. At a3 it will be 0, at an it will be 0. Firstly we have to find for what value of x, fx is equal to 0, means value of this product is 0. So we see that at a1, a2, a3 and so on, an, its value is 0. So we will draw a number line. We will draw a number line, and we know that on the real number line, smaller number is written left side, larger number is written right side. So at a1, a2 a3 an product of these brackets is equal to 0, so mark here. A1 is less than a2, so a1 we have to write left side, a2 right side. A2 is less than a3, so a2 left side of a3, and so on. Suppose an minus 1 is here, an minus 1 less than an, so an minus 1 left side of an. So find those values of x for which fx is equal to 0. Write these values of x in the increasing order. A smaller number we have to write in the left side, write larger number on the right side. Then from the right side we will make the interval, means for greater than an, fx will be greater than 0, positive. For x greater than an, x greater than an, what will be the sign of the product of these bracket? Greater than 0 means positive, and in this interval it is negative, again positive, negative, like this. So from the right side we have to take positive, negative, alternate. Okay, so why we take here positive, then negative, then positive? So see here, if x greater than an, if x greater than an, x greater than an, it means what? X minus an, then x minus an, it will be greater than 0, positive. If x greater than an, it means x minus an, it will be x greater than an, transpose an left side, so x minus an, it will be greater than 0. So this bracket is positive. Since x is an, greater than an, and an minus 1 less than an, so this bracket is also positive. a1, a2, a3 up to an minus 1, all these values are less than an, so these bracket will be positive. And the last bracket ax minus an is also positive, so product of the positive brackets, it will be positive. That's why for x greater than an we take positive. See this interval, if x lie between an and an minus 1, if x lie between an minus 1 and an, means x is greater than an minus 1, x is greater than an minus 1, so this bracket will be positive. This is also positive, this one also positive, this one also positive. But x is less than an, x is less than an, so x minus an, it will be negative, so last bracket will be negative. So all are positive brackets, last one negative, so product will come what? Product will come negative. So that's why we take alternate positive, negative, positive, negative. This is the method of intervals, to know the sign about the function, to know the sign about the product of these brackets. So I hope that method of intervals is clear to you. Next, so write some notes. Write note, if any factor is of the form x minus k or x minus a to the power k, where k is a natural number. If any factor is of the form x minus a to the power k, where k is a natural number, then two cases arises. Either k may be odd or k may be even. So first point, if k is odd, then x minus a to the power k has same sign as x minus a. So if any factor is of the form x minus a to the power k and k is odd, odd means 1, 3, 5 like this, then sign of x minus a to the power k will be same as the sign of x minus a. Means if x minus a is positive, then x minus a to the power k will be also positive. If x minus a is negative and power is odd natural number, so x minus a to the power k will be negative. So if x minus a is negative, x minus a to the power k is negative. X minus a is positive, then x minus a to the power k is positive. So if k is odd, then x minus a to the power k has same sign as x minus a. And second, if k is even, then x minus a to the power k may be greater or equal to 0. So if k is even, then x minus a to the power k greater or equal to 0. If x minus a to the power k is equal to 0, this implies x minus a is equal to 0, means x is equal to a. So x minus a to the power k will be equal to 0 at x is equal to k. Then k is even, then x minus a to the power k greater or equal to 0. If x minus a to the power k is equal to 0, then value of x will be a, means at x is equal to a, it will be 0. Now, if x is equal to a satisfies the given inequality, then one solution of inequality will be x is equal to a. If x is equal to a satisfy the given inequations, then x is equal to a will be one solution of that inequation. And second case, if x minus a to the power k greater than 0. Here I have taken equal to 0. If x minus a to the power k greater than 0 means positive, then we can ignore it. Why we can ignore it? Because it does not affect the sign of inequality. X minus a to the power k is positive, and we know that if we divide both sides of the inequation by positive real numbers, inequality remains same. So if x minus a to the power k is positive, it will not affect the sign of inequality, so we can ignore it. Now we will discuss some problem from the exercise to make it more clear. 7.5, question number first second part and question number 2 second part. See firstly question number 1 second part. Minus x square plus 3x minus 2 greater or equal to 0. We have to solve this quadratic inequations. It is quadratic because power of x is 2. We see that sign of x square is negative. So firstly make it positive. How we can make it positive? Multiplying both sides by minus 1. So multiply both sides by negative sign. It will be x square. This is minus 3x. Minus 2 will become plus 2. And minus 1 into 0, 0. But sign of inequality will be reversed. Less or equal to 0. We know that when we multiply both sides by negative number, inequality gets reversed. So here greater or equal to, in the next step it will become less or equal to. It is a quadratic polynomial, so we will factorize it. How we can factorize? Splitting the middle term, x square 2 1 2 and 2 plus 1 3. So minus 2x minus x, minus 2x minus x minus 3x, plus 2 less or equal to 0. Make pair and take common. X is common in both, x minus 2 minus 1 common. So here we will get x minus 2. When we take minus sign common, we will change sign inside the bracket. Now x minus 2 common in both. So take it common, x minus 2 in next bracket, x minus 1 less or equal to 0. So for what value of x, the product of this will be 0. At x is equal to 1, it will be 0. At x is equal to 2, it will be 0. So we will draw a number line and we will mark 1 and 2. Because at x is equal to 1, product is 0. X is equal to 2, product is 0. So we will mark 1 and 2 on the number line. Smaller number 1, we have to write left of 2. Now by method of interval, from right side, it will be positive. In this interval, the product will be negative. Next interval, it will be positive. So from right side, we have to make positive, negative, positive. But here we have to take less than 0. Less than 0 means negative. And equal sign is also there, equal to 0. So we know that at x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2, product of x minus 2 and x minus 1 will be 0. So we have to take 1 and 2 also in the solution set. And for less than 0 means negative, we will take this interval 1 to 2. So therefore, x will lie in the interval 1 to 2. We will take closed interval. We will take closed interval because 1 and 2 also included. At 1 and 2 it will be equal to 0. And for other values between 1 and 2 it will be negative. So in this interval, product will be negative or equal to 0. If only less sign is there, equal sign is not there, so we will not take 1 and 2. We will make their open interval. But less or equal, both signs are given. So we have to take the boundaries also. So x belongs to the closed interval 1, 2. This is the solution of the above inequation. See the second one, 2x square less than x. So transpose x minus x less than 0. We can take x common. So 2x minus 1 less than 0. Okay. So we know that at x is equal to 0, this will be 0. And if we equate 2x minus 1, 2x minus 1 is equal to 0, we will get x is equal to 1 by 2. So at x is equal to 1 by 2 and x is equal to 0, we will get the product 0. So again we will draw a number line and mark these 2 points 0 and 1 by 2. 0 and 1 by 2. 0 is smaller than 1 by 2, so we have to write on the left of 1 by 2. These 2 points divides whole the real number line into 3 intervals. First one, this one, middle one and the left one. So from the right side we have to write positive, negative, positive. But here we have to take the values of x for which this product is less than 0. Less than 0 means negative, and negative is coming in this interval. Here equal sign is not there, so we will not take 0 and 1 by 2. We have to take open interval 0 to 1 by 2. So x will lie in the interval 0 to 1 by 2. Because at x is equal to 0, its value will be 0. But equal sign is not there. Only less than 0 means only negative. So leaving these 2 boundaries, we have to write all the values between this interval. So open interval 0 to 1 by 2. I hope that it is clear to you. I am going to discuss some more questions. See question number 4, second part. X to the power 4 minus 5x square plus 4 greater or equal to 0. Firstly, factorize it. How we can factorize? Splitting the middle term. 4 1 ja 4, 4 plus 1, 5. X to the power 4 minus 4x square minus x square, it will become minus 5 plus 4 greater or equal to 0. Make pair. What is common in the first pair? x square is common in the first pair, so x square minus 4, and minus 1 is common in the next pair, x square minus 4 greater or equal to 0. X square minus 4 common in both, x square minus 4, in next bracket x square minus 1 greater or equal to 0. Again we can factorize it, x square minus 4, 4 means 2 square. So we can write in one bracket x plus 2, x minus 2. It is x square minus 2 square, and this is x square minus 1 square. A square minus b square identity we can use here. So it will be x plus 2, x minus 2, and similarly in the next x plus 1, x minus 1 greater or equal to 0. Here equal to 0 is also given. So we know that at x is equal to 2, x is equal to 1, x is equal to minus 1, x is equal to minus 2, value of this product will be 0. So at x is equal to minus 2, when we will equate x plus 2 0, x will come minus 2, 2 minus 1, 1, value of product is 0. So we will locate these numbers on the real number lines. A smaller number we have to write left side, larger right side. So minus 2, after minus 2 we will write minus 1, then 1, and then 2. So we have to locate these numbers at which the product is 0. Now by method of interval from the right side, for greater than 2 it will be positive. In this interval alternate negative, then again positive, negative, positive. So positive, negative, we have to make this interval. What is the inequality? Greater or equal to 0. So when it will be greater than 0? In this interval. For greater than 2 means 2 to infinity. We have to include 2 also, because at x is equal to 2, its value is 0 and equal to 0 is also given. Next, minus 1 to 1, positive. Third interval, minus infinity to minus 2. So in these three intervals, we are getting the sign of this product is positive. So what will be solution? Union of these three intervals. So therefore, x belongs to minus infinity to minus 2, union minus 1, 1, union 2 to infinity. So this is the solution set. X lies in this union. So firstly factorize it, write those values of x for which the product is 0, and then by method of interval from the right side we will mark positive, negative alternately. Now see question number 3 first. X square minus 6x plus 19. If we factorize it, 19 1 is 19, we cannot get any two factors of 19 whose sum is 6, means we cannot factorize it. So make it perfect square. X square minus 6x, coefficient of x is 6, so take the half of this. Half of 6 will be 3, and square of 3 will be 9. So we will add 9 and we have to subtract 9 to make it perfect square. Here it is a square, this is minus 2ab part. So coefficient of x is 6. We have to take the half of this 6, it will come 3. Then square of 3 we have to add and we have to subtract. Now see this part. X square minus 6x plus 9. We can write it x minus 3 whole square. A minus b whole square. X square minus 3 whole square 9 minus 2ab, we will get minus 6x. And 19 minus 9, 10. X minus 3 whole square plus 10. We can write it like this. Since we know that x minus 3 whole square is always greater or equal to 0. Square of any real number either 0 or greater than 0. So x minus 3 whole square, if we add 10 on both the sides, so we will get x minus 3 whole square plus 10 greater or equal to 10. Okay. So it is true for all the real numbers. It is true for all the real numbers. So x square minus 6x plus 19 greater or equal to 0 for all x belongs real. At x is equal to 3, it will be equal to 10. If x is not equal to 3, it will be more than 10. So it is true for all the real x. So what will be the solution? Solution set will be all the real numbers. Whole the real number. Number fifth, second part, x square into x minus 1 into x minus 2 less or equal to 0. Here x to the power 2 is given. Power is even. I have told you, if x minus a to the power k is there and k is even, then we have to ignore it. So here x to the power 2 is given, we can ignore it. Since x square greater or equal to 0. Since x square greater or equal to 0. X is equal to 0 satisfies the given inequality. If we put x is equal to 0, so 0 into this bracket it will be 0. So it satisfies this inequality. So therefore, one solution is x is equal to 0. And if x square greater than 0, we can ignore it. If x square is equal to 0, means x is equal to 0, x is equal to 0 satisfies it. So one solution is x is equal to 0. And if x square greater than 0, positive, so we can ignore it. Why we can ignore it? Because if we divide by x square on both the sides, inequality remains unchanged. We know that when we divide both the sides by positive numbers, inequality does not change. So we can ignore it, means we can divide both the sides by x square. So therefore, we will get x minus 1, x minus 2 less or equal to 0. If x square greater than 0, so we can divide both sides by x square, we will get x minus 1, x minus 2 less or equal to 0. Sign of x square is positive, so we can divide by positive number on both the sides. See here, the product of these two brackets less or equal to 0. So add x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. Value is 0. So we will draw a number line. 1 we have to write on the left side, 2 we have to take on the right side. By method of intervals, it will be positive. This is negative, again positive. But we have to take less or equal to 0. Less or equal to 0 means negative, means in this interval. Solution will lie in this interval 1 to 2. So therefore, x belongs to 1 to 2 closed interval, equal to 0 is given, so we will include 1 and 2 also. And one solution x is equal to 0 is also there, because x is equal to 0 satisfies. So we will take x belongs to 0 union 1 to 2. One solution is x is equal to 0. Another solution lies in the interval 1 to 2, including 1 and 2. So we have to take the union of these two. So x belongs to this interval. So this is the solution of question number 5th, second part. So if power is even and x is equal to 0 satisfies it, then one solution will be x is equal to 0, and in other solution we will ignore it. We will take only these two factors. C6 second part, x plus 1, x minus 3 upon x plus 2 greater or equal to 0. Here we can write x not equal to minus 2. Because at x is equal to minus 2, it will be undefined. So what will be the domain of this function? All the real number except minus 2. X cannot be minus. Multiplying by x plus 2 whole square. Multiplying both sides by x plus 2 whole square. Why x plus 2 whole square? Means square of the denominator, because x plus 2 whole square is positive number, and when we multiply both sides by positive number, inequality does not change. That's why we are multiplying by x plus 2 whole square. So it will be x plus 2 whole square, x plus 1, x minus 3 upon x plus 2. When we will multiply right side, it will come 0. So x plus 2 cancel with x plus 2. So we are getting x plus 2, x plus 1, x minus 3 greater or equal to 0. Product of these three linear factor greater or equal to 0. If x is minus 2, x is minus 1 and x is equal to 3, its value will be 0. So we will draw a number line. Firstly, write a smaller number. Minus 2, its value will be 0. At minus 1, 0. And at 3 also 0. By method of interval, we will take plus from the right side, then negative, again positive and negative. But here the product we want greater than 0 or equal to 0. So when we will get greater than 0 in this interval positive and in this interval, means 3 to infinity, and here positive minus 2 to minus 1, but x is not equal to minus 2, so we will not count minus 2. Value of x lies in the interval minus 2 to minus 1 excluding minus 2. So how we will write it? X belongs to minus 2 to minus 1. Minus 1 we have to take, so put the close interval sign, union 3 to infinity. So x will lie in this interval. Minus 1 to minus 2. X cannot be minus 2, so we have to put open interval sign here, and 3 to infinity. So it was question number 5, second part. 6th, second part. We will see some more questions. Question number 7. First, x square plus 6x minus 11 upon x plus 3 less than minus 1. So we see that x cannot be minus 3, because at x is equal to minus 3 it will be undefined. So here x not equal to minus 3. Now transpose minus 1 left side. So x square plus 6x minus 11 upon x plus 3 plus 1 less than 0. Transpose minus 1 left side. Take LCM and simplify it. X square plus 6x minus 11 plus 1 into x plus 3 upon x plus 3 less than 0. Simplify it. X square 6x plus x, 6x plus x 7x minus 11 plus 3 minus 8 upon x plus 3 less than 0. Factorize the numerator. So x square, factorize it. X square plus 7x minus 8. We can write it x square plus 8x minus x minus 8. 8x minus x 7x. Make pair. So x common, x plus 8. Minus 1 common, x plus 8. X plus 8 common in both, x minus 1. So numerator will be x plus 8 into x minus 1 upon x plus 3 less than 0. Again, denominator x plus 3. We will multiply both sides by the square of the denominator, because x plus 3 whole square is positive. So multiplying by x plus 3 whole square. So multiply it. Multiply both sides by x plus 3 square. So x plus 3 whole square, x plus 8, x minus 1 upon x plus 3 less than 0. X plus 3, 1 x plus 3 cancel. We will get x plus 3, x plus 8, x minus 1 less than 0. So for what values of x, this product will be 0 at x is equal to 1, minus 8 and minus 3. So we will draw a number line. Minus 8 is smallest number, so write left side, then minus 3 and after that 1. By method of intervals, positive, negative, positive, again negative. We have to take less than 0. Less than 0 is coming in these two intervals, 1 to minus 3 and less than minus 8. So what will be the solution? X belongs to minus infinity to minus 8 open interval. Union minus 3 to 1. So minus 3 to 1. We have to put open interval because equal sign is not there. So x belongs to minus 8 to minus infinity, union minus 3 to 1. It was question number 7th. Now we will take one more question, that is the last question. See question number 9. If x is real, show that x square minus x plus 1 upon x square plus x plus 1 takes values from 1 by 3 to 3. For real value of x, value of this is from 1 by 3 to 3. We have to prove it. So see solution. We will suppose let x square minus x plus 1 upon x square plus x plus 1 is equal to y. So we have to prove that value of y takes from 1 by 3 to 3. Means we have to prove y belongs to 1 by 3 to 3. This result we have to prove, means y lies in this interval. Cross multiply. So x square y plus xy plus y is equal to here y upon 1. So x square minus x plus 1. Transpose all the terms left side. X square y minus x square plus xy plus x plus y minus 1 is equal to 0. Take x square common, y minus 1, x common, y plus 1 plus y minus 1 is equal to 0. It is a quadratic equation in x. It is a quadratic equation in x like ax square plus bx plus c. If this is a, this one is b, this is c, we can write ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So it is a quadratic equation in x where a is y minus 1, b is y plus 1 and c is y minus 1. Since it is given x is real, so a quadratic equation has real roots. So what is the condition for real roots? You have studied in class 10th. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 has real roots if b square minus 4ac greater or equal to 0. In class 10th you have studied If quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 has real roots, then condition is that value of discriminant b square minus 4ac should be greater or equal to 0. So here it is a quadratic equation in x and x is real. So b square minus 4ac, it will be greater or equal to 0. Since x is real, therefore b square minus 4ac, it will be greater or equal to 0. What is b? b is y plus 1. Y plus 1 square minus 4, a is y minus 1, and c is y minus 1 greater or equal to 0. So y plus 1 whole square minus 4 means 2 square, and it can be written y minus 1 whole square greater or equal to 0. y plus 1 whole square minus, we can write it in the bracket 2y minus 1 whole square. 2 square is there, y minus 1 whole square. So take it together, 2 into y minus 1 whole square greater or equal to 0. Y plus 1 whole square multiply 2y minus 2 whole square greater or equal to 0. So it is in the form of a square minus b square. So we can apply the identity in one bracket a plus b, in other bracket a minus b. So y plus 1 plus 2y minus 2 and y plus 1 minus 2y plus 2 greater or equal to 0. Simplify it, 2y plus 1, 3y, 1 minus 2 minus 1, y minus 2y minus y minus 2y minus y, and 2 plus 1, 3 greater or equal to 0. Take minus sign common from here. So take minus sign common, it will be y minus 3 to make the coefficient of y positive. 3y minus 1 greater or equal to 0. Now divide it by minus 1 or multiply it by minus 1. So y minus 3, 3y minus 1, it will be greater or equal to 0. If we multiply both sides by minus 1 to make it positive, we have to change the sign of inequality. Here greater or equal to 0, so it will be less or equal to 0. Again we are getting two linear factor in y. So for y is equal to 3, it will be 0, and for y is equal to 1 by 3, it will be 0. So we will take two real numbers on the number line, 3 and 1 by 3. So we will take a real number line, one by 3 and 3. So 1 by 3 smaller number, take left side, and 3 greater number, so we have to write it on the right side. By method of interval, it will be positive, negative, positive. But here we have to take less or equal to 0. So less than 0 means negative. Negative is coming in this interval, 1 by 3 to 3, and equal to 0 also there. So at 1 by 3 and at y is equal to 3, its value is 0. So we will include these two boundaries also. We have to include 3 and 1 by 3 and all those values of y lying in this interval. So therefore y belongs to closed interval 1 by 3 to 3. We have to prove this result. Y means what? This one. x square minus x plus 1 upon x square plus x plus 1. It belongs to the interval 1 by 3 to 3. So this value takes from 1 by 3 to 3. So value of this is from 1 by 3 to 3. We have to prove it. So it is proved. So it was question number 9. Many questions I have taken from this exercise. Remaining questions you have to do it. Any doubt you can ask. Thank you, class.